Now, the greatest radio shows of all time.
Suspense.
The Shadow Node.
Washington calling David Harding, Counter-Spy.
Classic radio theater.
The Great Gildersleeve.
Fibber McGee and Molly.
Dragnet. Gunsmoke.
The Lone Ranger.
Now, step back into our time machine with your host, Wyatt Cox.
Good evening, friends of the Inner Sanctum.
If you've listened for a while, you know I like the last run of the CBS Radio Workshop, 1956-1957. This one is a true oddity. Elliot Lewis, whom most of you know from the Phil Harris Alice Space Show, but he produced a lot of unusual, weird, mysterious stuff. And this is one of those items, an experimental work entitled Nightmare. This was originally broadcast May 5th, 1957, and I would suggest not listening to this before you go to bed because it will give you a nightmare.
CBS Radio presents the CBS Radio Workshop, dedicated to man's imagination, the theater of the mind.
This is Elliot Lewis. I believe there's a place for experimental drama in radio. CBS Radio also believes this, hence the Radio Workshop. The play you're going to hear is such an experiment. It's debatable whether it's too personal an experience. I don't think it is, and CBS Radio has been kind enough to give me the time to find out. Some of you may be offended, some revolted, some excited by the sharing of this experience. At all events, since it is an experiment, and since we'll be dealing with those strange depths in a man's mind called his subconscious, we ask your attention. The play is called Nightmare.
Are you all right, Johnny? Johnny?
Tired. I'm so tired.
Well, what was it? Are you all right?
Fine. Just felt a little sick. Tired.
I'll call Dr.
Oh,
Rogers.
it's late. Let the poor man sleep. Call him in the morning if I don't feel better.
You sure?
Sure. Just want to sleep.
I'll call him.
Please. It's all right.
Well, come to bed then. You can't sit here all night.
I'll be in a few minutes. Just sit here for a while.
I'll stay here with you then.
No need. I just get a little rest.
I'll stay here.
So tired. Funny.
I'll stay with you. I won't go away. I won't leave you. I'll stay right here.
Number 18 it was on a wide end run. The opposing tackle in black trunks finally downed him on the 19-yard line. And this is a good time to remind you that this is Johnny Scott bringing you the annual Gridiron Classic. That this is Johnny Scott. That's very odd, ladies and gentlemen. There's a man sitting on the far side of the field whose face, he seems to be smiling at something. Perhaps you all know him. He's a tall man, wears a black mustache, has black hair parted in the center and well and carefully combed. He's smoking a cigarette. Perhaps you all know him. There's the play. It's number 18 again, this time diving through his own left tackle. This boy is really tremendous. There, just now, the opposing tackle grabbed number 18 from behind. The man with the black mustache is applauding. Oh, no. The players on both sides have jumped on number 18, and they're hitting him with their fists. The crowd is going wild. This is horrible. People are jumping from their seats into the field to join in, but they're all on one side, all striking number 18, who's lying face down on the beautiful green sod of this lovely stadium. It's a lovely autumn day here in New Falls, and over 80,000 screaming fans are pounding and kicking player number 18. The man with the black mustache, I'm sure you all must know him. The man with the black mustache is standing in the center of the screaming mob. He seems to be directing their efforts. I've never seen anything like this, ladies and gentlemen. There doesn't seem to be anything anyone can do to save number 18. There, just now, the man with the black mustache picked up the quiet form of my father. He slung my father over his shoulder. He's making his way through the crowd. Why is he carrying my father away? Where is he taking my father?
Mr. Scott,
Pardon? Oh, yes, Captain.
we shall be pleased to have you at our table tonight.
Oh, thank you, sir. At your table.
Of course. Had you forgotten?
No, sir. Of course not.
Very well, at 15 bells.
Yes, thank you, Captain.
Good. Good work, my boy.
Oh, mustn't forget. Dinner at 15 bells.
Master Scott?
Oh, hello, Miss Simpson. I'm glad to see you again.
Really?
Oh, of course I am. I always liked you, Miss Simpson. Just because I can't do my algebra doesn't mean I don't like you.
Take your seat, please. Can you remember where your place is in this room? Class. It seems strange to me that a young man would forget the location of his desk.
It seems strange to me that you should be holding your classes on board an ocean-going vessel.
An ocean-going vessel? Really? Rogers?
Yes, Miss Simpson.
You?
Good afternoon, John.
Weren't you just at the football game?
Football game. I've been here in class since first bell. I shall stay here until 15 bells.
Miss Simpson,
What is it, Master Scott?
I'd like to know why this student sitting here next to me has a black mustache and denies being at that football game this afternoon.
I object, Miss Simpson. I couldn't have been at that football game this afternoon when it is now only morning. This afternoon, in fact, has not yet arrived. Therefore, I move this entire case be dismissed.
Master Scott?
Why, I have nothing to say. His argument sounds logical, but I saw him hit number 18 at the football game this afternoon. I know I saw him. He hit my father and then carried him away.
Miss Simpson, it is obvious to me that since this is morning, this morning to be specific, it is impossible that this young man, John, could have seen me this afternoon at anything this afternoon, since this particular afternoon won't be here until after this morning is over. Right?
Right. Master Scott?
He's trying to trick me. He's just saying words. He always does that. And I won't stand for it.
You were going to hit me?
I am going to hit you. I'm going to bloody your nose for you.
Then hit, then strike, then flay, then pound, then attack, then beat. Go!
Let go of my arms and I will.
I'm not near your arms. I won't touch your arms.
Let go of me.
I'm not near your arms. I won't touch your arms.
Then let go of me. Don't hit me. Please. Why? Why did you hit me? Stop hitting me.
I'm not near your arms.
You've got to let go of me.
I'm not hitting you, John.
There. Now you can't hit me. I've got to run faster. I think this is when I'm to have dinner with the captain.
Ah, Mr. Scott. Welcome to our little captain's dinner, which we have on board ocean-going vessels every night for invited guests of the captain. I am the captain.
May I remark, sir, about your very fine orchestra?
You may.
They're very fine.
Thank you. Now, if everyone will please be seated. Miss Simpson over there.
An apple. For me?
Rogers on her left.
Right?
Mr. Scott Sr. over there.
Thank you.
Hello, Dad.
Hi, Johnny. Don't bolt your food now.
I won't, Dad.
And our guest of honor, John Scott Jr., at the head of the table opposite me.
Thank you, sir.
Ready? On your mark. Get set. Go.
Oh, I'm sorry I'm late. I hope I didn't worry anyone.
Miss Vinson, you may sit next to Mr. Scott Secundus at the opposite head of the table.
Thank you. Oh, thank you.
Pleasure.
Are you enjoying the cruise, Mr. Scott?
Yes, very much, thank you. And you?
Very much, thank you.
Are you hungry?
No, I'm not.
Neither am I. Besides, I hate oatmeal.
Would you like to go outside?
Thank you, I would.
They won't notice. You don't think this is forward of me?
Of course not.
I've never left a dinner table with a young man before.
I'm sure you haven't. And I don't at all think it's forward of you. I think it's very admirable of you.
Thank you.
There's a man in there, the man with the black mustache. He's not a good man or a kind man. This afternoon, he almost killed a football player during the big game. And then he grabbed me and hit me in the chest.
Doesn't he like you?
I don't remember him. I seem to know him. Do you know him?
No, I don't. I don't think I do. What's his name?
The captain called him Rogers.
The name is familiar.
I seem to remember him.
Kiss me.
Thank you, dear.
I love you so much, Johnny.
And I love you, Ruth. I love you, Ruth.
That's good. How long have we been married, Johnny?
4 years, 7 months, and 12 days.
Correct.
But I've only known you 10 minutes.
Correct.
Did you hear that?
Oh, yes.
It sounded as though we'd scraped bottom. Yeah, there it is again.
We're going up a river.
Isn't there enough water in the river?
Well, they had to let it out. There was a need for it elsewhere.
Oh, I see.
Do you mind very much?
No, I don't mind.
That's good. You'll get used to it.
Isn't it hard on the bottom of the boat?
Perhaps. I'm sorry about your father.
Yes.
So young to die.
My poor dear mother. To lose her love.
What will you do now, Johnny?
We can't get married, Ruth. Not yet.
All right. Poor lady.
Well, that's not my mother. That's my algebra teacher, Miss Simpson.
Poor lady.
Good afternoon, Miss Simpson.
The class is dismissed. You may all go home. Thank you for being so kind. Please, excuse me.
I told you, truly unusual. The CBS Radio Workshop, Elliot Lewis in Nightmare from May 5th, 1957 on Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox.
Hi, this is Kyle Horvath with the White Pine County Tourism and Recreation Board. If you want to get away from the big cities and get back to nature this summer, give us a call at 775-289-3720 or visit us online at elinevada.net. There's so much to do and see I can't mention it in 30 seconds, but check out our website and you'll see what Nevada is really all about. elinevada.net or follow us on Facebook or Instagram. Give us a call at 775-289-3720 or visit us online at elinevada.net.
Let's see, if something costs less, but people are happier with it, that sounds like something to look into, and that's MediShare. Maybe you've heard switching to MediShare to pay for healthcare can save the typical family $500 a month, and that's huge, but it's also true that people are way more satisfied after making the switch, too. The customer satisfaction rate for MediShare is double that of the typical health insurance plan. Double. MediShare works. It's been around for more than a quarter century, and members have shared more than $3 billion of each other's bills. People love having telehealth and a huge nationwide PPO network. So, yeah, you can save a ton and like it better. Imagine being happy with how you're taking care of your health care. So if you're self-employed or part of the gig economy, or you just want a plan you're happy with, you can call right now and get a price within 2 minutes. A very, very smart use of 2 minutes. Here's the number you need. 833-34-BIBLE. That's 833-34-BIBLE. 833-34-BIBLE.
Now on Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox, back to Nightmare, starring Elliot Lewis, as this was originally broadcast on the CBS Radio Workshop May 5th, 1957.
Where were you?
What do you want?
Where did you go? Why did you go outside? Did you ask me whether it was all right for you to go outside?
Don't touch me.
I won't touch you. I just want to give you something.
Don't. Please don't. Don't hit me again. Please don't hit me again. Ruth! Ruth! Please come here. Please come here, Ruth. Where did you go? Ruth! Please, Ruth! Don't hit me again. Please don't hit me again.
What'd you say, Johnny?
Oh, hi, Dad.
Hello, son.
I thought someone had hit me. The man with the black mustache.
What man is that?
He was having dinner with us at the captain's table.
Oh, yes.
The sky looks nice through the trees.
That it does.
What are we going to do this afternoon, Dad?
Would you like to see a baseball game?
I'd love to.
Then we'll go see a baseball game and eat hot dogs and peanuts and Cracker Jack. I don't care if we never come back, because we'll root.
And it's all right if we spoil our dinner?
I'll tell Mother to have dinner late tonight.
Dad.
Yes, Johnny?
Could I have the car tonight? I'll be careful.
Got a date with Ruth?
Yeah.
I like her, Johnny. So does your mother. She's a wonderful girl.
Do you really like her?
You bet I do.
That's good. I want to marry her, Dad.
That's good, son. That's good, son.
I want Ruth and I to be married and have a fine life and kids and a big house and a garden. Dad.
What is it, son?
You're dead.
Me? Not a chance.
But you are. I remember the day you died. You were so sick, and you died very quietly. I remember the funeral and how proud we all were because so many people, fine people, came to pay their respects.
I didn't die, Johnny.
I remember.
That must have been a dream, son. This is real, right now.
Is it, Dad?
Of course it is, son. That was a dream. This is real.
I can't hear you, Dad. What'd you say?
The Yankees are playing today, you know.
I can't hear you, Dad. Is something wrong with me?
I'll tell Mother to have a late supper.
Dad?
How do you do, young man? Nothing to worry about.
What do you want?
Nothing to worry about, young man. I have an appointment with your father.
You leave my dad alone.
Now, don't be nervous. Nothing to worry about.
Leave my dad alone, I said.
Here now. Step back. Back.
John? John?
What?
John?
I'm all right, Ruth. I'll be all right. It's just I'm lonely.
Johnny?
Don't go away, Ruth. Please don't go away. I don't want to be alone here.
Master Scott?
What? Oh, Miss Simpson.
Aren't you going to ask me for the next dance? You'd better hurry. My program's almost filled. See? I only have 18 empty spaces.
Miss Simpson, may I have the honor of the next 18 dances?
Why, Master Scott, what have you said? I should be delighted.
My arm.
Thank you.
You waltz beautifully, Mother.
They really knew how to waltz when I was a girl. When I was a girl.
You're hardly more than a girl now.
That's sweet.
And very true.
When I was a girl, I never had many empty spaces in my dance program. Young John Scott filled out my program for me at all the dances. We had a dance every Saturday night, and young John Scott was my escort. He was a very dashing young man.
Was he?
We were married, you know. I was Mrs. John Scott instead of Miss Simpson.
I know, Mother.
He died, you know.
I'm sorry.
He just died. No one knew why or how. Your father just died. May I borrow your handkerchief, Master Scott? I seem to have left mine in my purse.
Certainly, Miss Simpson.
Thank you. You may take me back to my chair now, Master Scott, and thank you for a lovely dance.
It was a pleasure. I hope I may have the pleasure again.
Thank you. The pleasure was all mine.
Good evening.
Good evening, Rogers.
What are you doing here?
I was practicing my samba.
I have always held that dancing the samba to a waltz is more interesting than dancing a samba to a samba. Don't you agree?
Quite.
Please excuse me.
I'll join you.
Thank you for a lovely evening.
This way.
Where are we going?
We've moved the office. There are some papers on your desk I think you should look over.
What kind of papers?
Well, various triplicates, duplicate copies, a few scattered originals, and 18 photostats.
Well, I'd better clear my desk then. I don't like to have a cluttered desk.
Too drafty for you?
No, not at all. The air feels good. It was stuffy at the dance.
Respiration is bad. Bad respiration.
That's very strange.
What is?
I think you said that before to me. Or were you going to say it?
Respiration?
Have you ever said that to me?
It's entirely possible. It's a form of greeting I use. Most people say, "How are you?" when they meet you on the street. I never say, "How are you?" when I meet people on the street. I always remark concerning their respiratory tract.
Of course, I see.
Does the noise of all the typewriters annoy you?
No, I can't hear them.
That's good. Will you sit down?
Thank you.
If you'll sit on that typewriter, I'll let you ride back and forth while I make out this report.
Well, that's very kind of you. This is very enervating.
Just keep your arms out of the way. If you get your arms too near to me, I shall drive this spike through them. It's a hobby of mine.
I'll be careful. I promised Ruth I'd be careful.
You're a very fortunate man being married to Ruth.
I think I am.
Don't you know you are?
Of course I know I am.
Then why did you say you thought you were?
It was just a figure of speech.
If you don't stop using figures of speech, I shall have to insist that you stop riding on my typewriter carriage.
I'd just as soon get off anyway. I feel quite dizzy.
Now wait till I disconnect the superheterodyne. I'll help you off. Your arm?
Thank you. Don't. Please, let go of my arm.
I'm sorry, didn't mean to hurt you.
What's wrong with you?
I said I was sorry. What can I say after I've said I'm sorry? Is that your song?
No.
You didn't write that song?
No.
Very well. Then we can get down to the business at hand.
Nightmare, starring Elliot Lewis, the CBS Radio Workshop, May 5th, 1957, here on Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox.
No offense, but are you a little fat when you look in the mirror? How would you like to learn the secrets to lose 3 to 5 pounds a week easily without joining the gym or going through any crazy diets? It's called Body Sculpt by Med Diet. For the last 2 decades, we've been helping people just like you that have pounds they want to shed. We've helped millions of people lose thousands and thousands of pounds over the years. And now it's your turn. Learn the secrets of how to lose weight with one simple phone call. You'll see an amazing difference in a matter of days. Don't believe us? We'll offer you a money-back guarantee. If you're ready to start losing weight right now, call right now to learn more about your risk-free order to Body Sculpt.
Call for your risk-free offer. 800-738-5332. 800-738-5332. 800-738-5332. That's 800-738-5332.
Are you in bad pain? You know what I mean. Your knees hurt. Your shoulder hurts. Your elbow and back are constantly killing you. And I'm sure you've tried every pain pill or cream available at the drugstore. Am I right? Well, here's something you haven't tried. Pain Magic. Pain Magic is not available at any drugstore. The only place you can get it is by calling the special toll-free number I'm about to give you.
And to make things even better, call right now and find out about our buy one, get one free offer. We're so confident it'll work for you that we offer a free bottle with your purchase. No prescription required.
Call now to learn how you can get Pain Magic and get rid of your pain. Remember, your results may vary.
800-492-8164. 800-492-8164. 800-492-8164. That's 800-492-8164.
Now on Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox, the conclusion of the CBS Radio Workshop production of Nightmare, starring Elliot Lewis, who also wrote and produced this. This originally broadcast May 5th, 1957.
Will you sign those papers on the desk?
Are we allowed to do that?
I wouldn't ask otherwise. Your duty is plain. Do it.
All right. This is a strange fountain pen.
It's the newest model. It's made like a piece of chalk so that it can be erased.
Well, that's an excellent idea.
Now these photostats.
I've never signed a photostat.
Just use this camera.
Well, that's a good idea.
At the bottom, where the coffin is.
Where did you get these?
I made them out, kind sir.
These are death certificates.
Very well written, I think.
These are my dad's death certificates.
Life carries with the joy so many harsh blows.
Who are you? You're so familiar, yet I can't...
Just lie back now. Don't struggle.
Who are you?
That's it. Easy does it.
Put that hammer down. What are you doing with that hammer?
If you'll just bare your chest.
Please don't hit my chest. Please. I've got to get up. I've got to run away. Up. Get up. Why did everyone go away? Why did they all leave me? I wish I knew where I was. I've got to get home. This is such a dark place. I'm afraid of the dark. Ruth! Ruth, I'm afraid of the dark. It's dark and I'm alone. Ruth, please come and help me.
All right.
Maybe there's a door down there, down at the other end. Have I... Why is it so hard to walk?
He'll be all right.
I've got to walk. That'll do it. If I can walk, I can get out of here.
Careful, Johnny.
It's so far to the door. Maybe someone's moving the door away from me. Why do they do that? Don't they know I have trouble walking? Don't they know it's hard for me to walk?
Struggle. Don't struggle.
I got to get to the door. I got to get to the door.
He'll be all right.
Oh, thank God.
This is a strange thing for a doctor to say, I guess, but I just couldn't let him die. You see, I was the doctor when his father passed away.
Oh, I didn't know that. I never knew his father.
I haven't seen him since. I've always felt that he bore me a grudge because of his father. Families very often do that, you know.
Are you sure he's all right now?
Yes, he's all right. A few months of bed rest.
He won't be disfigured, crippled.
I can promise you he won't be. Strange.
What?
He struggled against me, fought me so hard. You'd almost think he'd been conscious through the whole seizure.
Oh, I don't think he was. He didn't even know me the time his eyes were open.
You'd better get some sleep now. I'll stay with him until morning. Then we'll get him to the hospital. He'll be all right. Don't worry about it.
All right, Doctor.
It is strange, though, the way he fought me. Strange.
As with all dreams, Elliot Lewis, who played Johnny Scott, also produced, directed, and was the author of tonight's Nightmare. The music was composed and conducted by Fred Steiner. Ruth Scott was played by Mary Jane Croft. Edgar Barrier was Dr. Rogers. Paula Winslow and Herb Butterfield were Mother and Father Scott. And Barney Phillips was the captain. The CBS Radio Workshop is produced in Hollywood by William N. Robeson.
May 5th, 1957, the CBS Radio Workshop here on Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox.
It's a big, bold story set in the heartland of America, along the edge of Lonely Mountain. I am open for business. And so Big William Gorgon, played by handsome Michael James, fiercely set down his Midwest roots.
Oh, darling, we're going to sell bathrobes and raise chickens.
Set his adoring wife, Wilhelmina, portrayed by beautiful Glenda Olsen.
Oh, I love our store, Will.
But they hadn't counted on Big Ralph's bathrobes and cattle store coming to town.
Oh, Will, what not what we do, Will.
Will had a plan, a way of facing off against tough Big Ralph. We're going to change the face of America. We're going to advertise.
For what?
With print, broadcasting, and bus benches, we're going to tell people who we are and where we are.
What's a bus?
And so the story of how one man brought advertising to the heartland.
Oh, will it work?
It will. Well, my name ain't Will, Wilhelmina. You got to advertise or we'll die. And so the greatest marketing story of all time is here. Advertise or die, dopey.
Put your message on this national advertising platform. Email classicradiotheater@gmail.com. classicradiotheater@gmail.com. Now let's head to Pine Ridge, Arkansas for an episode of Lum-n-Abner. By the way, did you know that there is a Pine Ridge, Arkansas? Did you know that there's a Jot 'em Down store there? Did you know that there's a Lum-n-Abner museum there? I'll tell you how to figure out all about that coming up after this. We hear from Lum-n-Abner. This episode originally broadcast on May 5th, 1942.
Granny's, Abner. I believe that's our ring.
I dog is Lum. I believe you're right.
I'll see. Hello, Jot 'em Down store. This is Lum-n-Abner.
Now, let's see what's going on down in Pine Ridge. Well, the old fellow's dream castle came tumbling down about their heads yesterday when Mr. Wadsworth Tiffin of the Orkney Construction Company pointed out that Mousie's Wonderful World apartment project wouldn't work. The big trouble now is that Squire Skimp's friend, Gregory W. Dobbs, has a check of theirs for $1,200, with which he is supposed to be buying lumber. As we look in on the little community today, we find Abner in the Jot 'em Down store and library. Lum has just come in. Listen.
Well, what'd you find out, Lum? Did Dick Huddleston tell you anything?
Yeah, and it ain't good news neither, Abner.
It ain't, huh?
No, appears like me and you are just out $1,200. Dick says that check we give Mr. Dobbs is good.
Yeah, but I'll never sign my signatures on that.
Well, he says that don't matter, though. Joint account don't mean we both got to sign the check after all. It just means that either one of us can put our name on a check, and that makes it legal.
Well, wait, though. We ain't exactly out that much money, Lum. Don't forget, we got $1,200 worth of lumber coming. That's what Mr. Dobbs is going to do with it, buy lumber.
Yeah, but what can we do with that much lumber? Besides, it was bought in Mr. Dobbs' name, so it actually belongs to him.
Does it?
No, and our only hope now, according to Dick, is to get in touch with the bank at the county seat, and if the check ain't come through yet, tell them to cancel it.
Well, I don't get in touch with the bank. Go ahead, get on the phone right now, Lum.
Well, we got to wait till the bank opens. They don't open till 10 o'clock in the morning. Is it 10 o'clock yet?
Why, sure, 7 minutes after.
For goodness sakes, I better call right away.
Yeah, get them on the phone, get this thing straightened out right now before it's too late.
I'm afraid we're too late already, though. Mr. Dobbs has had a couple of days to get to the lumber company in order. Hello, Mamie. This is Lum-n-Abner, and I want you to call the back. Huh? Oh, I'm fine, Mamie. I want to get in touch with the back. Oh, Abner's fine, too.
Yeah.
Listen, Mamie, I want to call the bank at the county seat. Yes, Mom. I don't know. Just a minute. I'll ask Abner. How's Elizabeth, Abner?
She's fine.
She's fine. Now, hurry up with that call, Mamie. It's important.
Shucks, that's the place.
Oh, I reckon little Pearl's fine, too.
Yeah, she skinned her knee a little bit yesterday, but she's all right.
Skinned her knee a little. Get the call now, Mamie. Journey, it's getting harder every day to make a long-distance call with all them questions Mamie keeps asking me.
Yeah. Dog, I reckon she gets awful lonesome sitting there staring at them wires all day long. Never sees nobody.
Say, that reminds me, we ain't saw Squire since he went away with Mr. Dobbs the day we give him the check.
No.
Reckon Squire's back in town yet?
Well, I don't know. I talked to his woman last night, and she said she didn't know when.
Hello, is this the bank speaking? Well, I'd like to talk with that light-haired teller. In the first cage. Yeah, that's the one, Jenkins. I couldn't recollect his name.
Ask him about the check, Ron.
Well, I ain't got hold of the right fellow yet.
Oh.
Hello, Mr. Jenkins? This is Lum-n-Abner. Yeah, me and Abner's got a joint account with the bank there. Abner Peabody. Yeah, that's it. Pine Ridge. Well, look, we read a check on that account, and we want to know if it's come through yet. Oh, it's Mr. Gregory W. Dobbs. $1,200. More than likely they've been endorsed by a lumber company.
Has it come through yet, Lum?
He's going to look it up. Huh? What's that, Mr. Jenkins? Well, no, we don't know Mr. Dobbs very good, but all we know is that he's a big building contractor.
Yeah.
Huh? He is. Well, I do know. Are you sure about that? Well, I'll sworn to goodness. Yeah, I'll hold the phone. You look up the check. Hey, Granny Abner, did you hear that?
No, I ain't on the phone.
If that don't beat the bugs a fight.
What'd he say?
He said Mr. Dobbs weren't no builder at all.
Huh?
Nothing but a no-good bum that hangs around town there. Been arrested for being a pickpocket 1,000 or 100 times.
For the land's sake.
And on top of that, he says he's a inebriate.
Inebriate?
I believe that's what he called it.
Well, I don't know. To look at him, you never would have known he was a foreigner, would you?
No, sir, you never would. Never had no accent. Hello? Oh, it's come through, huh?
Uh-oh.
Well, what lumber company endorsed it? Maybe we can write to them and cancel the order.
Yeah, that's a thing to do, yeah.
It's what? He did. Well, I'll be dead blamed. Well, is there any way we could get that back? Oh. Uh-huh. Well, all right, Mr. Jenkins. I reckon we found out what we wanted to know. Yes, sir. Well, much obliged anyway. All right. Goodbye. I'm sworn to goodness.
What's the matter now?
Mr. Dobbs never went to no lumber company.
Huh?
He just endorsed that check over to Squire, and Squire deposited it in the bank under his own name.
Why, that snake in me weed.
And the worst part about it is that there ain't no way we can get that money back. The check's done gone through, and everything's legal.
My doggy's eyes are feared all the time Squire was up to something like this, Lum.
Yeah, we oughtn't never taken his word about that Mr. Dobbs. We ought to investigated him ourselves.
Of course we have.
Come to think about it, he never appeared to know much about the building business, did he?
Well, I know all he done was smoke our cigars and look at the plans upside down and say, great, great. That's all he said, great, great.
Yeah, now that I think about it, if he was actually a builder, he would have saw right away that Mousie's plan never would have worked.
Why, of course he would.
Never taken that Mr. Wadsworth Tiffin but about 2 seconds to figure out they wouldn't have nobody to sell all them houses to.
Yeah, I wish he wouldn't have saw that so quick. Then we could have sold him the plans for that $50,000 his company was offering.
Well, that wouldn't be right, though, Abner. Can't sell a feller something that ain't worth nothing at all.
No,
worth.
I reckon not. But if Mousie's plan had have been good, why, we'd have sure had all the money. Oh, wait a minute. Look out there. Look who's coming up there, Lum.
Well, I'll be Squire Skin.
Yeah, look how he's strutting and swinging that cane.
Yeah.
That's all the way he does when he's up to something. My doggies, we'll put a stop to that. I'll tell him a couple of things, the snake in the weed.
Well, now, wait, Abner. Don't do nothing rash. Just let him do the talking, because we don't want him to find out what we know about Mr. Dobbs and what we done with the check and all.
Well, we ain't going to let him keep it, are we?
No. But it's going to take a heap of studying to figure out some way to get it away from him.
Yeah.
If we can.
Yeah.
Find out. Here he comes.
Now, howdy, Squire.
Yeah, come on in, Squire.
Well, gentlemen, wonderful world.
Yeah, ain't it, though?
Well, I have some good news for you, Lum. The lumber has all been ordered and paid for. And it won't be long now before we'll be breaking ground for the first apartment building.
It won't, huh?
Oh, no. The foundation is the next thing to work on, and so WW wants you to make out a check for the cement and sand and other materials necessary for this part of the construction, Lum.
Oh, Mr. Dobbs wants another check, does he?
Yes. Now, WW figures that by using his influence, he can purchase sufficient materials for only $2,000. How he can get it for such a low figure, I don't know. A financial wizard at WW. Yes, indeed, a financial wizard. Now, if you'll just make out the check, Lum.
Well, Squire, I don't believe we're going to build them wonderful world apartments after all.
What's that? Not going to build them?
No, we ain't, Squire. See, there was a feller in here yesterday. He was from some construction company in Chicago, I believe he said, and he wanted to buy this apartment plan for $50,000.
$50,000?
Yes, sir. He even had a certified check all made out to it.
Well, I do know. Well, have you sold it to him yet, Lum?
Of course not. See, this feller got to figuring out...
Abner, let me explain this.
Oh.
I believe I got a good way of doing it.
Yeah.
You see, Squire, we couldn't sell it to him on account of Mr. Dobbs had already bought the lumber, and so natural we'd have to go ahead and use the plan ourselves.
Oh, I see. This construction man wanted to buy the exclusive rights to the plan.
Oh, yeah. Now, he wanted exclusive rights.
Yes, well, now, wait a minute now, Lum. Just a second ago, you said you weren't going to build the apartment.
Well, I mean that we wouldn't build him if we could get out of it.
Oh.
There's some way we could get our money back from that lumber, but, of course, I reckon it's too late for that, huh?
Well, no, I believe that can be arranged, Lum. I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll talk to the lumber company about that as soon as I can.
You can use our phone call from right here, right away.
Yes, well, you see, Lum, the lumber company's awful busy these days. They hate to be bothered with phone calls. I'll be going in the county seat this afternoon. I'll take it up with them when I get in there.
Well, why don't you give us a check for the $1,200, Squire, and then you can get it back from the lumber company.
Well, no, I can't very well do that, Lum. What if a lumber company won't give me back the money?
Well, I'll call them right now and find out. What's the name of the company?
Well, now, Lum, well, here now, perhaps your idea is the best, Lum. Yes, now that I think about it, yes, I'll give you a check for that amount. You sure now that I can sell her that you can sell these plans for $50,000?
The feller's got a certified check all made out.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's the best thing to do. Now, let's see, where's my fountain pen?
Here it is. You left it in here the other day when we had the meeting with Mr. Dog.
Oh, yes, good.
You left your blotter, too. That wanted I signed a mistake when I thought I was signing the check there, too, Squire.
Abner, hush up. Don't bother Squire when he's writing there.
Oh.
Very now, there you are, Lum. Now, of course, there's one thing more, Lum. I don't know whether you're familiar with the law or not, but it's not legal for you to sell a construction plan of any kind without being a registered real estate man.
No, I never knowed that, Squire.
Of course, now I can handle this for you, Lum. That is, if I could show a legal ownership of the plan, just long enough to make a deal, you understand.
Well, I don't know, Squire. How do we know we'd get anything out of it, though, if you was the owner?
Oh, tut. You know me better than that, Lum. But just to show my good faith, I'll give you the receipt. Let me look at my wallet here. See, 10, 20, 30, 40, 60... Here, $75 cash to show my good faith.
That's fair enough.
Yes.
Have your hand squire them plans that Mousy drawed up.
Yeah, sure.
Yes, thank you, Abner. Now, what's the name of this construction man, Lum?
Wadsworth Tiffin. He's with the Orkney Construction Company, Chicago.
Yes, Orkney. Well, I'll get right on this, yes, indeed, and I'll report back to you gentlemen just as soon as possible. Well, so long, then.
So long, Squire. He thinks he's bought himself something, don't he?
Mom, I thought you said it weren't right to sell a feller something that ain't worth nothing.
Abner, there's an exception to all rules. And Squire Skimp is the exception to every rule I ever heard of.
Well, for once, Lum-n-Abner got one over on Squire Skimp. May 5th, 1942, Lum-n-Abner here on Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox. We mentioned that there was indeed a Pine Ridge, Arkansas, and that there is indeed a Jot 'em Down store and a Lum-n-Abner museum, and you will find them in Pine Ridge, Arkansas. They are open every year from the 1st of March till November 15th, and you can find out more about them by calling 870-326-4442. They will get you all set up. By the way, they are open Tuesday through Saturday, 9 until 5, Sundays, noon until 5. They are closed Monday except by appointment. And if you want more information, there is a webpage. It is lum-abner.com. That is lum-abner.com. You can check it all out. It is really quite a little slice of history. If you search Lum-n-Abner Museum, you will see a page over on TripAdvisor and a number of pictures of the museum, and it is quite delightful and quite interesting to check out the Lum-n-Abner Museum if you're out and about during this summertime. So, they're open through November. So go check it out. lum-abner.com. Hey, thanks for spending some time with us here on Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox. I would appreciate it if you would thank this radio station and support their advertisers. It is their kindness and courtesy that allows us to be with you each and every time we roll around here on your favorite radio station. Now, we produce 21 hours of this radio program every week. If you miss a day, you do not have to miss a single show. All of our shows are available at iHeartRadio, Spotify, Spreaker, TuneIn, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcast, Amazon, or even on Facebook. Just search for Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox. That's Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox. You can also find our social media links and hear our shows on demand on our webpage, which is classicradio.stream. Classicradio.stream. And there you can stream our shows on demand, learn more about building a classic radio collection of your own. You can even contact me there. Classicradio.stream. Classicradio.stream. Please tell all your friends the great radio shows are right here at this spot on your radio dial. Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox on your favorite radio station.